What's up, brother? How was your off day?
Are you asking me or Austin?
I'm asking you, but I mean, Austin's in a weird mood, so I can't really...
Leo, yeah, I appreciate your concern for me. I think the guy we need to focus our attention on right now is little Austin over there.
Yeah, we were picking on him about the false start, but he does seem very, very, I don't know, I guess, I'd say depressed. He seems depressed.
I think he's addicted to heroin. He came over here. He insisted. We had a fan meetup this weekend. Flash photography, autographs, titties, of course.
Yeah.
Austin the whole time was in the background, up against a planter, moping.
Right. It seemed like he was antisocial, which is odd because he infiltrated this channel by being a social butterfly. He came to 6, 7 of my shows. He was charming. He charmed my girlfriend. He even met my sister.
What could have precipitated this sudden change? But then still, Leo, because we came back from the fan meetup, you had to rush off somewhere. Austin decides he wants to hang out during our studio recording session for the musical numbers we're going to have in this coming Thursday's video.
Right.
First of all, heroin junkies and music, like moths to flame. So that's already a red flag that he wanted to, because he wasn't even singing. He just wanted to come hang out. He wanted to hear the tunes, catch the vibes, dude.
He just wanted to catch the vibes while he was on his high, huh?
But then what he did is he came over here. Fan Jerry gave him a 100 milligram edible cookie. Now, everybody saw me try out 100 milligrams of edibles in Vegas.
Didn't work out for you.
Not even close, Leo. This guy supposedly eats the cookie and is just over there, slack-jawed, eyes zoned out for the entire time we spent filming and recording the song.
Oh, my goodness. You ate... Wait, he ate 100 milligrams.
Or he went into the bathroom, unwrapped the cookie, flushed it down the toilet, and threw a tourniquet on his arm and shot up.
Exactly what I would do if I was a heroin addict, because you got a mask. You can't be openly a heroin addict. That's frowned upon in most communities, especially ours. I mean, we are a drug-free for the most part. Kind of, we only use the performance-enhancing drugs on shoots on occasion, but we would frown upon heroin. That's not okay.
Especially for a producer.
He's a producer. He's running our show. There's a lot of equipment here. Is he gonna just pawn it off to buy his next high?
He might be next. We might see him in the valley.
Oh, God.
At Don's Pawn Shop, getting rid of all of our mixers and all of our lights.
And shortly after, under an overpass off the 101, probably around DeSoto, living in a tent with the other junkies, where they kind of, they work on shifts. I feel like they work in shifts where one begs, then another one comes and takes a break, and the other one goes begs. I think that's
Leo,
what they do.
I agree with what you said earlier, too, that if he were anything but the producer, it'd be totally okay. If he were talent, if he was the squad's musician, we worked with Ariel Pink this weekend.
He's if you needed to be creative. I mean, look, Starry Night, Van Gogh, he was on technically, I believe it was heroin. People say it was heroin when he did Starry Night. So, I mean, yeah, if he was an artist of some kind.
Austin, and when you walked through the door today, Leo, it was insane. I was trying to be friendly, shake his hand, ask him how he was.
Yeah.
He just doesn't even, no flash of life in his eyes when he sees me, old Uncle Danny.
Right. And we're all about good
his
energy.
Employer, his benefactor.
Right.
He just says, I'm going to go through the back. And I sit there and look at him, and I'm like, this guy looks like he's either out of his tits on heroin, or like he's experiencing a crippling bout with depression.
Doing this is his profession like we are. That was good. That was
profession.
Maybe, Danny, maybe I actually do want to kill myself, and I'm just depressed.
Man.
Okay?
Well, suicide's not a joke, dude. Suicide's not a joke, okay? So, yes, I get
Suicide's not a joke. It's not fun.
It's not a joke.
If you want to kill yourself, stop fucking flapping your gums about it. Go into my kitchen, get one of the butcher knives. They're not sharp because we put them through the dishwasher all the time.
Yeah,
I might be a little too much of a pussy to kill myself that way.
If you attempt to kill yourself and it doesn't go well, then that's just another thing you suck at now. So you really have to make sure that you fucking do it and it's done once and well.
You can use my 38, but it's registered to my father, so you're going to have to pay some sort of premium.
Jesus. It's registered to your father?
I have an unregistered weapon, yeah.
No, in California, I bet if I killed myself with someone else's gun, they'd probably go to jail for it.
Yeah, we can't take it out and show it off to the channel. We can't just, this is it, blah, 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 take it apart, maybe the bullets out.
Only if it can be the clickbait for this video. Danny shows off his unregistered weapon.
Yeah, that's good.
And Austin kills himself.
It's a Smith. Austin plays Russian roulette. You up to it, buddy?
Yeah, it sounds like
Austin, dude, hey, that's a movie you should watch if you've never watched. Deer Hunter, man. It's about these guys Robert De Niro and his buddies they get sent off to Vietnam, and one of them stays there and becomes like a Russian roulette legend and doesn't want to come back. He just fucking rolls the dice, and he just wins money.
How many spins has he racked up lifetime?
he racks up a lot, but then something bad happens. But you gotta watch it. But yeah, he was like there for like years doing that.
Playing Russian roulette in bars.
Russian roulette, dude. In bars, yeah. God, that's got to be crazy, huh?
One of the favorite jokes I've written. So between me writing books and coming to YouTube, I wanted to be a television screenwriter, and I wrote a pilot. It's actually up on my Patreon. One of the best jokes in it, though, is this degenerate gambler Muslim dude who's like an oil prince and has unlimited money. He tries to get one of his buddies to play Russian roulette with a 45 Smith & Wesson. Not Smith & Wesson, a 45 Sig Sauer, which is an automatic 45 handgun.
They just blow your fucking head off, right? Just clean off. Your head would just be gone.
Well, there's no cylinder to spin, so it's just one bullet. Like, all you can hope for is a dud or a misfire or a stovepipe. Otherwise, it's just not going to work.
I get it.
You're going to die. Yeah.
I want to read your pilot, dude. I'll read that. That sounds good. I'll do a scene from it with Rahman. He could play the Muslim.
You could. Yeah. It's not really. This guy, Rahman doesn't.
He couldn't play the guy really, but I'm saying
the guy's overweight and drinks, and he's a poon hound.
In life, you son of a bitch, you're an asshole.
Austin, can you mark the minute so we can cut that out? That was a low blow. That was a low fucking blow.
You're a sick fuck. God, you can't really tell you anything.
I'm going to tell you right now, I just committed an absolute foul against Rahman.
You're an asshole, dude.
I've taken it pretty far. I mean,
we can't say
one could say I got thousands of people to call him a sunfish directly to him.
That's okay.
But this was crossing the line.
Sold out the show. Yeah, you crossed the line.
Did you take note of this minute, Austin?
But I have to say, Danny, I went to fucking Nico, who's he's basically a walking comedic, like he's a comedic just fucking genius, really, but he doesn't know it. But yeah, he took me to the nicest beach I've ever been to.
I saw
in my life.
Leo and Nico spent quality time together off camera.
Oh my god, yeah, he brought.
Was
his
it off camera?
Claws. It was off camera. I didn't vlog it. Nothing. I did a few videos for you just to show you that. Yeah, you need to take Mia there. It's unbelievable. It's Laguna Beach. First of all, we went to a nice beach right off the bat that was free, like you could walk a public beach. But then Nico, he called these twins, and it's really funny already because he calls the first one, and she doesn't want to sign him in to get to the private beach. She's like, oh, well, yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. We don't really do that anymore. I'm not in town. Sorry. Then he calls the other twin right after, and she says yes. So you have to get
reluctantly?
No, she was like, oh, yeah, I got you, Nico.
Do you pick up anything in their voices that would indicate Nico had sexual relations with you?
No, he definitely didn't. All these girls, like we even met one of his friends, and he told me that he has slept with next to her in a bed countless times, and they know that he's not making a move.
Because he's passed out.
Yeah, probably because he's passed out from the alcohol abuse. But yeah, and he brought his White Claw. He had like 4 or 5. He had at least 6 White Claws on the beach while we were there too. And marijuana. But, and there were families everywhere, rampant families.
He drank 6?
Oh yeah, he drank 6 White Claws.
Nico, I gave him a really heartfelt talk about alcohol. When he came up and he filmed the Northern California video that Jesse Hiss, the roller boy. Gave him some advice that Uriah Faber gave me when I was a little bit too much on the party train.
What was that?
It was long. It was the entire ride from my house in Orangevale, California to the Sacramento airport. We're talking 40 minutes. I don't recall exactly what it is, but I said something to the effect of, Nico, nobody I know who's done anything good with their life drinks as much as you do. We were hanging out with my buddy Chris, who's rich. He's a patron of mine. He loves his videos, loves our videos, shows them to all of his friends. We were watching a fight up at Chris's house in Sacramento, and Nico, on a quiet night, it was me, Nico, Chris, and Chris's fiance. Nico drinks 10 White Claws watching the UFC.
That's a lot, man.
And I told Nico in the car ride, I don't know anybody who's done anything with their life who drinks like that. It just doesn't happen. Yeah. Unless they're a writer and their alcoholism and pain is part of their success.
Right.
Don't count on being one of those people in the videography realm. And Nico takes it in, flies to Orange County, texts me right when he lands, hey man, I thought about what you said. I really appreciate it. Thank you. But then this weekend he comes over and he's making runs to the supermarket when we get back after filming to go buy beer again. Oh, wow. Drinking 10 White Claws on the beach. And it just made me realize, like, you can't help people.
No, man. That's that Taoism approach where you just gotta, just know that you can't affect anyone and you just kind of take care of yourself and don't try to change anyone because you can't.
You can change people if they want to be changed.
Yeah, if they want to be changed. Yeah.
Which us talking about various things we talk about, I don't think we make too much change in anyone's lives. Maybe they get a little more pussy. And,
no, I think a lot of, look, I you don't read your DMs, but I read mine, and on occasion, and they a lot of kids, they write us and they say, I want to thank you and Danny for changing my life. I'm working out and I'm working towards my dreams, and I'm doing it consistently because of you guys, and I appreciate that. And you guys put me in a great mood. At least if I'm having a down week, I got the video or the podcast bring me up, and I think we're providing some good. Swolby1 Kenobi, in fact, was telling me that he thinks he's way better off, although he does drink like an animal. But he is an animal, dude. That guy's he has like records in the United States for his lifting.
What's that? Most weight lifted by a midget?
No, that's so fucked up.
Swolby1 Kenobi is a hardcore fan of ours.
One of our hardcore fans.
He's about 4'9".
Yeah, he is. But I'm telling you, in his weight class, he's a fucking animal, dude. We got to go.
I love Swolby.
Swolby's great.
I think he would like that joke.
He said that he fucked up because he forgot his weight belt. You told him anytime you see him, you want to see him with the weight belt.
Swolby1 Kenobi came out to the meetup. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. We're going to have Fan Jerry on. It was an eventful one.
Yeah, you can't help anybody. But,
There have been times in my life where I've made big transformations, and they were because I came across the right books.
Right.
Think and Grow Rich, 10X by Grant Cardone. I don't know if any videos or podcast content helped me. Actually, there was Gary Vaynerchuk and James Altucher in 2016. There was a podcast that completely changed me and snapped me into a different gear.
Inspiring.
I
love Gary.
I'm trying to remember what that was that they said exactly, because I feel like people would be curious. I can't right now. I'm not going to slow down the show anymore.
I'm going to watch that.
If you're in the right mindset to make a big change, you can be reached. But if somebody's not, like Nico is clearly not willing to stop drinking, you can't change it.
Vice. It's
but
vice right now.
Here's why I don't care that much is because it's never once affected his filming.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And I've been watching his videography, and I've told him this over text message. It's getting a lot better.
It's great.
The work he did on that NorCal tour video was fantastic, and I told him that. So if he wants to keep partying and drinking, he can keep doing it until it starts affecting his work on the channel, because so far it hasn't at all.
We'll get the
it's actually
Nico-copter.
It's the Nico copters coming to play. And I mean, how many times has he done really funny stuff in a blackout for our channel?
Unbelievably, like that would be. I would miss him being blacked out, to be honest.
I've been a real cock block telling him to get sober. I got to knock it off.
You got to knock it off, man.
I apologize.
We need him to have a drinking problem. It's part of his thing. And he gets at least 75% of his comments are about his alcoholism, so that's always funny to read.
It's good branding.
Yeah, it's great branding. Yeah,
it's better than mine being racist.
Well, it's not. That's a tongue in cheek. I don't think nobody writes that on your comments yet, right?
Racist sound guy?
Only every time I post a picture.
God, I was gonna say, I'm sure it's constant.
Every single picture.
Yeah, it's racist sound guy. My favorite Ku Klux Klan member.
How much interaction are you getting from the fans? Are you getting a lot of flow, followers, messages, comments?
Yeah, I'm getting a lot. I mean, anytime I post a picture, I'm getting like 480 likes and like 60 comments.
Man. That's unbelievable, man. Man. That's great. It's great.
For 2,000,
especially
100 followers, pretty good.
Loser he would have been if we didn't bring him here.
Oh God!
How far you've come since you came to the comedy show?
He was gonna work. He was working on his his mobile webcam business where girls would come in and finger blast themselves in front of the cam and then get out of there.
Yeah, that's something he pitched to us a couple podcasts ago.
Us.
You're welcome. You have me and Leo to shut bullshit like that down fast.
I had a real porn star yesterday or the day before tell me that it was a good idea.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Girls addled on heroin and pills getting their brain scrambled by 10-inch cock or
it was Scotty Chicken's girlfriend. You watch your mouth.
Was it?
Yeah, she said it was a great idea.
Scotty Chicken's girlfriend. Well, she was very positive in general. I feel like she just would say that anything is nice and beautiful, but
true, she's very nice.
I watched the porn. I watched their porn, by the way. I was telling you before the.
But no, like
we'll talk about that in a bit.
If I didn't join the channel, I would just still be doing heroin, but not filming your YouTube videos. It would be pretty much the same thing. So what's
the story? You came out to my comedy show, the one where I first performed at. I don't mean to say mine, like I possessed that comedy show.
He had come to a couple of mine before that, and then came out to that one.
Well, originally you had put on your story, like, we're filming a bit at a comedy show at an open mic with Iggy. He's going to perform.
That was in March 2019.
That's the first one.
April 2019?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it was April, March.
You didn't come to that, though.
I did.
Oh,
but
wow.
you posted it the day, and it was the wrong day. It wasn't an open mic. It was just a normal show. So I showed up and bought tickets to the show.
Oh, he went to the. We were outside. We were outside.
So did you see?
We were outside.
For the people who are confused here, the comedy club we went to has an open mic room and a main comedy room.
Right. So you went to the main.
We pulled our stunt in the open mic room with Inland Iggy. He put a bunch of big Magnum condoms on his head. but there was a legitimate show going on in a different sector of the club.
Right.
At one point, there was crossover, though, when I sent Iggy in to tell whoever was performing in the main stage that Iggy had a bigger cock than
a well-known
that comic.
comedian. I don't remember his name, but he's a well-known comedian.
And then, so did you see that? Did you see Iggy go in there and say that shit?
Yeah, I had no idea there was a separate room for the open mic.
But
so
when you were in the main room?
I was in the show, watching the show, and saw you and Iggy pop in, and Iggy goes, "My dick's bigger than yours, motherfucker," and then walks out.
I remember meeting Austin that day. He had that story. He's like, I was in there. Sorry. No.
You should have been filming. That's why I liked you. That's the only reason I gave this fuck a chance.
Why?
Was he provided to me during my comedy set a second angle. Yeah. He filmed a second angle while I was up there doing my thing.
And Nico was pretty drunk, so his footage was a little shaky.
Then Austin came to at least 4 or 5 of my shows, and then he was like, "Listen, I could get you guys the podcast to the next level. I've run this one," and he showed me one.
The next level of false starts.
Oh God,
we were giving him shit.
At least 2 angles, at least 2 camera setup. He's like, "Yeah, I've done it for this podcast." He showed it to me. I showed it to you, and you said, "Fuck it, let's get him in." We were talking about putting $7,000 into like a studio type thing, and then we were just one day we were like, you know what? They're gonna have what they're gonna have. As long as we can see the guests, it's fine.
We have been for a long time planning on upgrading this podcast. It started when I had the closest thing I've ever had to a nervous breakdown last October when I wanted to change the channel to purely a podcast channel. That's when the idea came in to really invest big in the podcast. That changed from, okay, I just needed a week off.
Yeah.
The workload was insane, and it still is. I just have to find ways to control myself. But take that week off, keep doing main channel videos, and then we were going to update the podcast on top of that and do both. But we needed an investor who would have had equity in the show, which would have sucked over the long term.
Yeah.
Then we thought maybe we'll do it ourselves, but neither I nor Leo were super eager to drop like $7,000 each.
When we just when we know that if we get a guest here, it doesn't really matter what the place looks like right now. I think we could make a great pod. Now
the idea has come up, and I think this is the best compromise. We get a manager, we get somebody bringing in ad reads consistently, and we fund the studio rebuild through that.
Exactly.
That way, we're not really using our own money. We're using money generated from this show to improve this show.
That's right.
Which is like me. I put most of my money toward making our YouTube videos better, the main channel YouTube videos better. Right. Well, now this thing will feed itself.
Yeah.
You okay with that, Asti?
It's definitely getting to a point.
Yeah, I'm definitely okay with that. I think getting sponsors and stepping it up would be what we need, really.
Is your girlfriend doing okay in rehab?
Oh God, I knew you were gonna.
I don't even know. Like, I don't even talk to that girl really anymore. It was literally just a girl I hooked up with, and I'd call into the show.
Yes, we like it for the improv of it. Like to have good old little Austin has a a pill popping girlfriend, but I think he never really wanted to date her.
How's she ever gonna get sober without an 8-inch cock in her life?
She needs.
I don't know. It's pretty hard to wean off of drugs without taking a big old dick.
It's hard to
and
wean
you would
off
know,
your
Mr.
wiener.
Brownstone.
Yeah, I mean, back whenever I was on meth before the heroin, I got fucked in the ass like 5 times in rehab. Completely changed my life.
And he always carried a tape measure to make sure it was 8.
Yeah.
Is it enjoyable?
No, not at all. But the trauma helps with the healing process.
Yeah. It's like sometimes they need to re-break a bone to make it set properly.
That's right. Yeah, that is absolutely genius. My hands are fucked up. They need to re-break my one of my knuckles to really make it. I get like carpal tunnel kind of easily from it. Mm-hmm. It was a baseball injury.
I was gonna say probably not.
It wasn't a fight. Yeah,
we're aware.
Oh yeah.
Fan Jerry, should we bring the conversation to him?
Yeah.
It seems natural because I'm looking at one of his empty Mike's Harder lemonades.
The one of 8 or what? How many did he drink that day? I believe it was 8. I saw him buy 4 twice. So unless he bought, and then he
gave 2 away.
Dude, he drank 8 hards. Then he drank vodka with the fans. He smoked a shitload of weed. The guy was blitz, man. He was fine. He was still functioning.
We can give him a call. And before you say he was functioning, I just want to point out that you left before the recording session that took place here. Mm-hmm. Austin, was Fan Jerry, quote unquote, fine while he was in here recording his Sgt. Pepper songs?
He was super fucked up, but at least he was having a good time. He was definitely having fun. He felt like a superstar.
He turns into Gremlin Jerry, absolutely.
Yeah. He has a budding relationship with Mia. He's always very excited to see her.
He told me that, Mia told me, my girlfriend, that Fan Jerry cornered her down the hallway. I was like, you think Danny's mad that you and I talk?
Oh, God.
And I'm real steamed about that.
He's mad, dude. Yes, of course he is. And look, anybody would be. if they had Fan Jerry, creating some kind of friendship, because he's going to turn it into some kind of romance eventually. So honestly,
and I know how Fan Jerry fucks.
Honestly, what about this?
He doesn't know how to take care of a lady.
That's right, he doesn't.
He puts it in a missionary without a condom, comes in them, and then deals with the consequences later.
18 years of consequences. 18 fucking years. Hey, can we have him on the phone and not tell him, but then put me on the phone too, and then have him talk?
That sounds complex. Can we get two separate people?
Phones?
I guess we can get Mia the old-fashioned way
the
here.
old-fashioned way.
That way, yeah.
Make them end their relationship?
Yeah. Please, make them end the relationship, please. That's so
It'd be difficult
funny.
for Mia to hear Jerry.
Would it be possible at all?
I think you put it up to the ear. No, she could hear him.
It would probably, yeah, maybe if your headphones.
We can make this happen. That's hilarious.
If I had a little more time, I could probably figure out how to do like a fused call, but not under the system we're in right now.
How about we call up Jerry right now? And to be clear to the audience, I have no problem with Fan Jerry talking to my girlfriend. But we should act like it's out of line. It's destroying the unity of our crew. And it needs to be stamped out. Let's call him. I'm going to piss real quick, though. Let's do that first.
You hear it ringing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's up?
Fun Jerry. What's up, brother?
Yeah.
It's Leo. You're on the Leo and
Not
Danny
much.
show. Hey, I wanted to warn you right off the bat, man. I don't know, dude. Did something go on? I don't know. When I was gone, obviously when you were recording, but Danny's been a little odd. He's been, he's a little odd. He's feeling odd right now about you. So I'm giving you a fair warning. That's all.
Fan Jerry,
About what?
About what? Oh, okay.
I just want you to answer one question for me, and I want you to answer it honestly.
Okay.
Have you hooked up with my girlfriend?
Oh, yeah.
Seriously.
Shut up, dude. Hey, this isn't something to fuck with. You know that Danny has he has a very jealous side. There's been problems before. There's a book about it. There's a book. We don't need this in the crew right now. Many a great
Do you
band.
really think I would do that?
Well, we don't know, dude. Answer this honestly, though. Answer him honestly.
Jerry, you guys exchange
No, of course not.
Snapchats,
FaceTimes,
texts with emojis.
What?
As
Wait,
Leo said, I'm a jealous man, and I can only
Wait a
take
second,
so
wait,
much before
wait.
I suspect something.
There's emojis? What kind of emojis?
Eggplants?
What?
Yeah, right.
Fanjeri, you sent
See, now you're
eggplants
just lying.
to me?
You want me to be honest, but you're lying.
All right, what kind of emojis do you send Mia then?
Probably just smiley faces.
Stop!
I don't
Smiley
really
faces.
remember sending any.
Wait, hard eye smiley faces or just regular ones? There's a big difference.
No, just regular ones.
Just regular ones, okay.
Jerry,
just the crying, laughy face ones.
Jerry, maybe
Those-
you
those are
wouldn't.
the only ones that I've sent.
Maybe you wouldn't have sex with her now while I'm in a relationship.
Yeah.
But will you allow me to conduct a little thought experiment?
Yeah, sure.
You and Mia are on a ship near Hawaii.
God.
A terrible storm brews up.
Oh.
A rogue wave comes, capsizes the ship. The two of you get stranded
Oh my God.
on a little island in the South Pacific.
I would be freaking out.
I never existed. I never dated her. She's just a girl, and you're just a guy, and you guys have to live together until you're rescued. You don't know how long it's going to be. Would you have sex with Mia?
That's the dumbest question I've ever heard.
What's
Why
the
is that
answer?
dumb? Why is that dumb? You answer him.
Of course.
What the
Oh
fuck,
my
Jerry?
God. What the? How are you gonna just say you're gonna sleep with your fucking boss's wife right now? Well, girlfriend.
My boss?
Yes, Danny's your. Well, on this channel, he's
Uh-huh.
definitely your boss. Yes.
I'm the general.
When he starts paying me, I'll let him have that title.
Oh,
You
he's paying
still-
you in followers and fame. Isn't that better?
Jerry, you just said to my ears
I can't believe he said that.
that you would have unprotected sex with my girlfriend. You can't buy condoms in Mike's Hard
Oh,
from a
God.
corner store on the island.
Yeah, you would have unprotected sex. We know you don't pull out. So
See, this is the problem with your hypotheticals, because you bring up these hypotheticals, and then as soon as the answer comes, the hypotheticals go away and it becomes real life again.
well.
Which
I wanted to test your
really
loyalty.
makes less sense
It was
than
like-
you want.
We're all
want it
about
to.
the facts, and you did factually say that you would sleep with Danny's girlfriend Mia. You said that. You
Listen,
said that.
Jerry, one time in college, I got pulled into a classroom for a quote-unquote psychology experiment. They told me there was another student behind a curtain, and him and I were battling with sound waves. We had headphones on, and we'd attack each other with various volumed beeps. We had to respond accordingly, and whoever quote unquote won according to their parameters got paid $10.
Wow.
I got paid $10, but then they told me the entire thing was false and there was no other student, and they were testing my reaction to large noises and my willingness to still compete in some sort of experiment and participate. What I was doing here with this thought experiment, it wasn't about the hypothetical. It was about how you would answer, and you answered completely wrong. You answered saying you would betray me.
Come on, man.
No, I answered a hypothetical where you didn't exist.
Listen, no.
That's true. I
Well,
did say I
It's
didn't
impossible
exist.
to betray you in
All right.
a world where you don't exist.
listen,
Jerry's raising good points.
you're stuck on the island. Danny does exist, and there is no end in
Then
sight.
no.
No. Listen, you don't know when you're going to be rescued. What if you're there 3, 10, 12 months, 4 years? You're
The real part of the hypothetical that you're
jacked.
questioning is
Now you're
if
jacked.
Mia
You're
would have
spear
sex with
fishing.
me, which
Well,
the answer is no.
You don't know
think
that.
Mia? You don't think Mia would have sex with you?
She's texting you, and she's got two
No,
black eyes to fucking answer for her right now. Jerry,
Wait,
she's texting you back, so I'm a little worried. Again, I'm going to sort her out.
Jerry, let me think. Jerry, a year in, you're living on this island for a year with Mia. You've built a hut, a nice one, 2 stories. You're absolutely shredded because you're only eating lean fish. You're now
Yeah, because
spearfishing.
Danny's waited for years for a 20-year-old girl that's been trapped on an island and presumed dead.
Well, he's still. Wait, what are you saying? You would sleep with her with a year?
no, what I'm saying
That's
is
what
you're
he just-
already
what
in
the
another
fuck?
relationship by that point. So
Jerry,
Wait,
let's
are you saying because Danny's in a new relationship, you would sleep with me at that point in a year? About a year, then.
yeah, maybe.
Oh my fucking god!
So let's simplify this, Jerry. I break up with Mia. A year passes. You're still with the channel. I get a new girlfriend. Mia moves to San Clemente, somewhere near to you. You would meet up with her on a date, maybe even sleep with her.
Why are we going this route right now?
Terry, answer the question.
This was not what we said we were going to discuss when you texted me.
You wouldn't have signed up.
Answer.
I'm like that
Answer.
psychology student who tricked me into taking the experiment. That's what's going on right now.
Listen, we want to know. We want to know what happened. Please tell us. She lives in San Clemente. What happens? You go on a date. What happens?
No, probably not.
Probably not.
He's
Be
answering
realistic.
correctly now. He's answering correctly.
So you're not going to go on a. You wouldn't even go on a date with her. Would you meet her up for a coffee date?
No,
Okay.
maybe.
How about this?
I like
I got
Mia.
a. I
She's
got a
good
good
human being.
I gotta go. Listen, she's sad one night. She's depressed. She's missing Danny. Danny does a video where he fucks 7 whores.
I
something
highly
crazy.
doubt sleeping with me would fix her emotions.
Well, what
from
I'm saying is
death.
she calls you
and
and,
that doesn't
asks you
sound
to
like
come
too
over.
artistic of a video. Danny fucks seven whores. We could do. I've already fucked one on
One of
video.
them, yeah. That's what I'm saying. You just go on a binge. you know?
400 times 7. What's that? $2,800. $2,800.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I did that in my head.
Miss
It's not
Robinson.
bad. I was impressed. So listen, she calls you and says, "Hey, you want to come over? I'm just gonna watch the movies. I'm just really sad about Danny. I need a friend right now. Do you go over? It's
I would
11.
do that because I enjoy. I like Mia. She is a good human being.
You
It's
like
11
Mia?
p.m.
She's a good person.
You like Mia?
I can't believe he's.
Yeah.
This is sounding really bad, dude.
And what are you saying? She's a good person. She doesn't even swallow when she gives me a blowjob.
Oh my God, she is a terrible person. Then
That
for
is a
God's
lie.
sakes.
That is not true.
Wait, so Fanjer, you'd go over there even if it was 11 p.m. and she's been drinking.
No, I don't have a car.
All right. If she's Ubering you can walk to her house. She's drinking. It's 11 p.m. She asks you to come over to talk about Danny because she's depressed. What do you do?
See, no. You know what? I'll just say no. No, I'll just lie.
Oh, you said he's
So the answer is yes.
The answer is
you
yes,
would
he'd
go
go
fuck
over-
my
Yep.
girlfriend.
because everyone knows.
I've been slowly grooming her so that I can take her from you this whole time.
And God knows
That's
you're
what I've
good at
been doing.
He's
grooming.
good at grooming. Yeah, he does groom with the best of them.
Jerry, it's okay. I trust you, man. We're just putting you on
You know
for
I'm
the
not
show.
going to do anything with your girlfriend.
Sometimes I get real jealous, man, and I think it keeps me up at night. The image of Fan Jerry in his
I
bedroom.
want to put me and Danny naked next
Listen
to
to
each
me.
other and ask 100 different women which one they'd choose to
That's a
sleep.
good video idea, in my opinion. You guys
If
go
we
up
did that in the
completely
gay
naked?
community, I think it'd be
Yeah.
pretty even. A lot of them like bears. Jerry, but I can't get the image out of my head. After you and her were talking over here on Saturday night when you were recording your song, she heard you sing, and Fan Jerry is not a bad singer. I can't get the image out of my head of Fan Jerry. He's at the Hitching Post Motel with Mia.
Oh God!
He just put in his oven a nice Tostino's pizza.
Stop.
He gets it out. They feast on that. They have Mike's Hard Lemonade poured into solo cups instead of wine.
Stop it.
And then he takes her, missionary. Unprotected,
right,
on his bed, right next to his bearded dragon and his new tarantula and semi-venomous snake.
Did you get any sleep last night? Because I wouldn't have been able to sleep a fucking wink.
Do you see the bags in her ass?
Yeah.
I could go grocery shopping with these bags.
No, dude, I can see that you're in turmoil over this, man. Fan Jerry, why are you doing this to the channel, man? You think this is going to help us grow?
Yeah.
Jerry, we're fucking with you, baby. It's all good. I want to hear your take on this weekend, though. Or actually, should we get to the juicier subject of conversation first?
Do you remember anything from this week?
Wait. Let's all decide on this. Let's decide on this three-way. Jerry, should we talk about your experience this weekend on the shoot, or should we talk about the man who visited the Hitching Post motel?
We can do both if you want to.
Oh, my God.
The fans, I think, are going to care more about the second thing.
Yeah.
Your visitor. Tell us what happened, Jerry. Take it away.
So, it must have been 2 weeks ago now, maybe 3 weeks ago. RDR was in San Diego.
Rat Dick
and he was
Ralph.
like, hey, man, I'm clean, I'm sober. Do you want to hang out? And I said, is Vivi with you? And he said, she's driving me around.
Rat Pussy
I was
Pam.
like, you know what? Rat Pussy Pam. So I was like, you want to know what? Sure. Come on over. So he comes over to my house. I'll tell you what, definitely not sober.
God damn it.
What do you
was he
suspect?
on?
He comes over drunk as hell, brings over a bunch of Mike's Hards, trying to get me to drink. It's a Monday night. Like, I have to go to work the next day. So I'm like, Rat Dick, I'm not drinking with you. Like, that's not how this is going to go.
Do you still address him as Rat Dick?
And
even though he's been stripped of that title?
Yeah, you can't.
No, I was calling him Sky.
We should, by the way, unrelated, hold a contest to see who inherits the name Rat Dick Ralph.
Yeah.
We need to bring in...
Yeah.
It's like one of the guys in Kiss. Don't they just like switch out drummers and they all keep the same name?
We should definitely do that though. It's got to be
do a contest for a new crew
Danny
member?
Burke would blow you for that probably.
He's a fairly strong replacement to Rat Dick Ralph,
yeah,
honestly.
bad.
Continue, Jerry. I'm sorry. Danny Burke, the guy we had on the podcast last week. Continue, Jerry.
Okay. So he comes over, super drunk, with this dumb little dab rig that he brings with him everywhere with no water in it, just doing dabs and being obnoxious. And I'm sitting there trying to get the full story of what happened from Phoebe's perspective, Rat Pussy Pam's perspective.
Okay.
Thank you for using her Christian name.
Yeah. So, exactly the story we heard up until that point was right. He woke up in the car, started beating the crap out of her, and she called the police. He does this whole thing where he tells the police they can't arrest him because he's Rat Dick Ralph. So the police look him up. Think about if they start threatening him with charging him for everything that happened in the YouTube video. Like, I don't know if they could actually do that, but they were just messing with him. And he ends up going to jail. He spends the 3 months in jail. Rat Pussy Pam's parents, right? They have a restraining order against each other out. I should also say that. But her parents refinanced their house so that they could get a second mortgage on their home.
Who's
so they could bail.
Hey, I'm sorry, Fan Jerry. You keep saying they and their. The parents,
oh, sorry,
Rat Pussy Pam's parents refinanced their house to get a second mortgage to help who? What?
Bail Rat Dick Ralph out of jail.
Bail him out of jail.
Rat Pussy Pam's parents help bail out Rat Dick.
Wow.
Yeah. So now he's on bail. They have a restraining order against each other, and they both live.
Who's they?
Inside.
Rat Pussy and Rat Dick have a restraining order against each other.
They live together in Rat Pussy Pam's parents' house.
Okay. Does he look healthier in any way? Does their relationship look okay?
No, she looks like they both look like crap. They look no different.
Well, I thought she looked kind of cute when I made out with her.
Well, Danny made out with her, and she thought she was pretty attractive. So, well, listen. Is he a danger to himself or anybody else?
I'm sure. He's no different. He's exactly the same. He hasn't learned anything.
And does he have another court date? How does that work?
Yeah, I think it was last week or next week, somewhere around this time frame. But I mean, I haven't talked to him since, so I still have his number blocked. He's been texting me off Rat Pussy Pam's number every once in a while, but.
Do you have a figure as far as what his bail was?
It was a lot. Per Reddit, it was like $30,000 to $40,000.
and the cops looked up the video and were going to charge him with additional crimes. I'm trying to recall what actual crimes he committed in that video that they could pin him for.
The destruction of the Joshua tree.
That would be funny.
And something about public intoxication. I don't know if those two things, if they were to even charge it, like if that's legal. I think they were more just messing with him.
Yeah,
which, I mean, why wouldn't they?
Does the typical, like, 22-year-old cop even know it's illegal to smoke a Joshua tree? I'd never heard of that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not totally sure. And then maybe, again, he was just lying. So... I don't know.
That seems ultra specific. It seems like if he were lying about talking about being Rat Dick Ralph and shit, he would have made the story cooler. Like the cops reduced his sentence because he were Rat Dick Ralph.
They put a gun to his head, you know?
But they did, and all he said was it almost made it worse.
That's fun. It sounds like he's being honest then.
So he was obnoxious. He was drunk and he was smoking out of it. He was high out of his mind and he was drunk.
Yeah, and I told him he could only come over for 30 minutes because it was like 7 o'clock by the time he showed up. I'm in bed by 8.
And he's
days. So I was like, yeah, you can only come over for half an hour. I need to go to bed.
Where was
and he comes
thoughts?
over, and then he doesn't want to leave.
All right. Did you say anything about Danny?
And he was just asking. He was like, is there any chance I can get back in the crew? Is there any way we can fix this so I can get back? And I kept telling him no. But
yeah.
I don't know, Jerry.
I didn't say no.
I think
said,
you were being
I don't
hasty.
have the power to answer those questions.
I think he's turned his life around from everything I've heard here.
Stop it, dude.
Probably. He's working a warehouse job.
And I don't think Rat Dick Ralph would have tried to have sex with Mia. Actually, that's not true. He actually certainly direct messaged her once. So.
Oh, God. Rat Dick.
See, Mia followed me first, and I didn't follow back for 6 months. So.
Oh.
Well, if you wait 6 months, you can do whatever you want, huh? Is that the formula in your head?
Wow.
You know, wait another 6 months?
Me and Mia are going to be together one day, Danny.
Oh, shit.
Jerry, what makes you think that?
What?
If that happened, that would be just so... That'd be crazy.
Look at me. I'm a star.
You would make a video about it, I hope.
You were a Ringo star this weekend. But other than that, I doubt your star power. I don't think you got the chops yet to fuck a girl like Mia.
So why do you think that I would try?
Any guy can get any girl.
You just said that I can't do it, so why are you worried about me doing it?
Maybe she has too much to drink one night. It happens.
Oh, so now you're just now you're reworking it to make it sound like you're right when you know I win this argument.
I forgot what the argument even was. We covered Hawaii and San Clemente and Rogue Waves. The point is, I'm a paranoid man, and you're not helping it, Jerry.
Listen.
Yeah, I'm not going to do anything with your girlfriend, Danny.
Lay off the flirtation a little bit, okay? Try not to snap her too many ab pics. Just take it down a notch.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I want you to
ass pics.
What, ass or ab pics?
Ab.
Send her some ass pics, Jerry.
Ass pics are 100% okay,
There's
actually.
nothing better than the guy ass pic.
It's so bad, yeah. Gay guys have mastered it, I guess.
Jerry, if you had to send a girl a picture of yourself where you were looking sexy, what would the picture be? What do you think your best physical feature is to send? And I can answer the question, too. We'll all go around and answer in this room. So it's not just you, Jerry.
My legs.
You would send her a picture of your legs.
Well, they're adorned with such beautiful
my calves.
You just send her calf pic.
Is that where the alien riding a skateboard or the old lawn chair is tattooed?
The lawn chair's on the back, the alien's on my
I got an idea for you.
shoulder.
I think James Gandolfini in The Sopranos, he actually got like a top 10 world's sexiest man title a couple times while he was on The Sopranos. And maybe you could do that robe kind of Italian look. I think, because they're a little chubby, but it's okay because they just eat a lot of pasta. But yeah, that sexy, I'm a mobster kind of look. You got to get a couple rings.
Yeah, so if I start offing people in a parking lot, I'll be able to
slick your hair back.
Yeah, I just got to become a murderer.
Slick your hair back. Maybe hold a cigar. I could see it.
Here's what I'm thinking for Fan Jerry. He's on his motorcycle.
Oh, there we go.
He's got a Marine Corps hat on.
Yeah.
And he's got Riley on a leash.
Oh, I love that.
So then girls know he's not a sociopath who kills animals.
You got it. The animal is important. I talk about that on my Patreon. Animals, family, and then at least a sexy picture. And then if you want to do an ab picture and you're too ashamed to do it by yourself, do one like, hey, here are the boys at the beach. And, you randomly have abs. That's the way to go.
Or get that guy who does your YouTube thumbnails to Photoshop some abs on. That's an option, too.
You could Photoshop.
Good idea.
Your thumbnails are pretty good. I'll say it, Jerry. Jerry,
for free. They're phenomenal.
If we went a little deeper into Fan Jerry's dating app profile photos, I think number 2 or 3 has got to be him making out with a guy in West Hollywood because it shows he's not a homophobe.
It shows that, but not only that, the technique was really. I mean, it was a really good kiss.
It was on point.
A girl could picture herself being the beefcake guy we found.
Easily.
That guy did it for free too, huh?
God, he loved it too.
That's just how the gays operate. They're
the
always
gays
open.
are the best, man. They just want to help.
Brooks did it for free.
Brooks, that was, you guys didn't look like, the other guy enjoyed it a lot more than Brooks did.
Cat's out of the bag. Fan Jerry made out with Brooks for $100 more at the fan meetup this weekend.
We had that was a good, it was going to be a nice shocker on the video, but it's okay because we still got hundreds of thousands of more people that don't watch this podcast. So it's okay, but
I don't want to tell the whole
was I not
story.
supposed to say that?
Well, we don't give away key points of the video coming up.
Unless Leo puts them in his vlog and uploads it the day before.
Sometimes that happens.
Unless, like the Arizona video, Leo takes the intro and the climax of my main channel video and squashes them together for his own personal vlog.
Well, I, figured they were on I filmed them, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to throw it up there.
That's true.
But it's okay. I did. I won't do that, often.
It builds anticipation.
In the future.
Yeah. It does build anticipation.
Fan Jerry, I want to say now, though, that 'cause we don't want to reveal the entire story of the weekend. We got a lot of stuff that's secretive.
Mm-hmm.
Is he still there? You still there, Jerry? And we already have...
Yeah.
You guys on the podcast will know Fuckface Ben, the guy I went on a tirade against like 2 weeks ago. Yeah. That guy showed up unannounced at the fucking fan meetup and caused a scene. We got a lot of dickheads like that are looking to insert themselves into the squad, copy the squad, head off the squad out in public and get in our shots, or have one of their goon buddies film them interacting or rating us.
He's a fan first.
That's why I want to stay hushed up about what happened. But Jerry, I noticed at the fan meetup, you and a certain lady fan.
Oh, yeah.
Who, she had me sign an autograph. She wanted life advice. You and her split off from the rest of the group and were talking for some time.
Well,
tell us what was said.
Fan Jerry, tell everybody who wingman the shit out of you with that chick as well.
I invited her over to my house today to play Pokemon Go.
Well, look at that.
He invited her over after Mia declined the invitation. I know you invited my girlfriend over too.
Yeah.
You invited... Wow, dude. 2 girls, huh?
Tell us what happened. So you're playing Pokemon Go with this bitch?
I don't know. Probably not. But I invited her over today to play Pokemon Go.
Wait. Why not? What about the collab I set up for you guys? I said she should sing on your channel. I want a fan sings to Fan Jerry. That sounds good.
Oh, yeah. We'll do that, too. But I don't have anything written for that. I'm not creative.
Oh, you don't have anything written for it?
Yeah, Fan Jerry's penis is going to collaborate with her vagina.
Wait, are you planning to sleep with this chick, Fan Jerry?
No.
I told her to take care of you.
Did you see how he said no? That was less convincing than when he said no about Mia.
You are going to sleep with this woman, and you're not going to use a condom, are you?
I rarely do.
Fan Jerry, you've already slept with one of my fans.
Right.
What makes you think you can sleep with 2?
What? You have a lot of balls here, mister. Why do you think you can just go to fan meetups and take girls home that clearly are there? They're there for the channel. We're not supposed to fuck fans. We're not rappers.
I'm banged 0 fans from fan meetup.
We're not rappers.
So, you fucked a fan in Las Vegas. You've already told me this. I think you've already
but
confessed
I did
it
not
here
meet her at a
on
fan
the air.
meetup.
It doesn't matter. She's still, first and foremost, is a fan of Danny James Bryan
seriously.
Mullen. I don't care that I'm in a relationship, a monogamous relationship, Jerry. I want all the pussies that are wet for me worldwide to stay wet.
That's right.
And to stay hungry.
Like in Braveheart, the prima nocta, where the king gets to fucking fuck the girl on their wedding night?
Oh, you're just priming for me as replacement, Danny. That's what you're doing?
Danny wants a blowjob.
Mia is priming for your replacement.
Yeah, Jerry. I want it to be like a Pez dispenser of pussy. But I want it to be like a banana clip Pez dispenser that goes down to the floor. I want to have 10, 20, 30, 100 vaginas wet and ready to go.
That's right.
And I would certainly be willing to drive out to Las Vegas for one. But there's one fan pussy now that has the stench of Fan Jerry all up inside of it. And I'm not going there, heaven knows.
Oh. But listen. Just
Listening.
ask her, just tonight, put your voice memo on and say, listen, this is odd. This is different. I know this is odd, but if I'm going to have sexual relations with you, you have to give Danny Mullen a blowjob before I can do anything with you. That's the rule we've set. He's set it for all the people in his crew.
That's the Danny Mullen channel tariff.
Yeah.
So tariffs?
Are you going to pay me?
Yeah, I'll pay you.
I'm paying you in the sex you're getting because she's a fan.
If he sends us the voice memo with this and we get the answer and everything, I think we should pay. I'd pay him. I'll pay you. What's that worth? $50 for the podcast?
Wait.
$100 for the podcast.
Oh, come on.
But who's to say he's not going to go play Pokemon Go?
Right.
And while they're in Balboa Park in San Diego, he's like, hey, I know this is stupid, but you want to pretend we're in bed and record this voice memo?
What an asshole. It better be fucking organic, dude. I don't know. We can tell if it's bullshit.
If I hear a collie barking or an ultimate Frisbee guy saying, yo, dude, in the back, you don't get paid.
Yeah. You know how to send over a voice memo? You've done that before, right?
Yeah, sure. I can figure it out. How hard can it be?
Yeah.
Fan Jerry knows more about technology than either of us. Of course he can.
Yeah, he can. So listen, that would be funny. Send it over, and then based on if it's real or not, you might get paid.
Fan Jerry, again, this is me being a character. I would never stop clapping if I learned that you had sex with this girl. Well, I would eventually, but you get a nice 1 minute applause.
One of the greatest joys in Danny's life to have you fuck some of his fans.
Here's how it goes, Jerry. If you fuck this girl and you can get her to consent to an audio recording of the two of you fucking, we'll pay you $100.
Yeah, see, that's good. Just an audio record. Be like, I like to listen back to the voice memos. That's worth $100.
Get her to consent to the audio being played on this show.
Yes.
Just tell her not to say her name or anything.
Right.
But if she agrees to be recorded with Fan Jerry on top of her, inside of her, and Fan Jerry, you got to say something super Fan Jerry-y.
Oh, yeah.
You got to recite some of your lines from Fan Jerry Goes to Prom, the rap song.
This is better than kissing a dude.
Now, say something like, you're so much better than my ex-wife, that heroin-addicted whore.
Okay.
Is this feasible, Jerry?
Can you do this?
Yeah, it's feasible. I don't even know if she's going to come over today. I haven't talked to her.
Let's talk about it. Assuming she does, assuming she shows up at 4 p.m. to the Hitching Post Motel, what's the first step in the date going to be?
I'm going to have her download Pokemon Go. She's never played it before. That's the whole point.
Oh, you're going to teach her how to play Pokemon
We got to
Go.
get her profile set up.
Do you have virtual reality glasses? What's going on?
Trade some Pokemon.
Or do you have virtual reality glasses, or are you just going to do it on your phones?
Wait, and Jerry, since when do you play Pokemon Go? Have you ever heard about this?
Never heard about this.
What? How long?
2016.
Yeah, you've been playing since 2016?
The day it came out.
Well, you telling me you go outside and you search for these little fuckers. You know how it works, right? They go out into the real world.
Fuck no. I have a Pokestop at the Hitching Post, so I can sit down in the chair and play the game.
Jerry,
you just wait for them to come to you?
Yeah.
Do you ever get the big ones? Do you ever get some good solid ones?
I don't think Leo knows the name of a single Pokemon.
A Charizard? You ever get a Charizard?
There we are. Hey.
No, you can't catch those, but you can catch Charmanders, and I almost have enough candies to make a Charizard.
Hey, I'm going to help you right now. I'm going to give you some advice, Jerry, that's going to let you catch a big tuna fish.
Oh, yeah.
Not a Magikarp. Not a Gyarados.
I don't know if I want a
big,
tuna.
fleshy human tuna fish.
No, tuna doesn't smell that good after it's a little old, you know?
A Lapras, then.
What are you trying to
Whatever,
say?
some sort of water. I'm trying to use a metaphor for vagina. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to go to the nearest park or big grassy area around your house. You're going to dig a hole. 6 feet deep, 6 feet in diameter.
That's going to take forever. It'll take all day.
Dig that hole, Jerry. It'll be worth it in the end. Then you cover it with brittle sticks and branches. And cover that with a bed of grass clippings and maple leaves.
And I catch a girlfriend.
No. You tell her there's a Gyarados atop the spot where you've dug the hole.
Oh, my
And she'll
God.
say, but Jerry, I've downloaded the app, and it says the nearest Gyarados is out on Coronado. It says it's not here at all. And he'd be like, no, baby. I've been playing this game since 2016. You get her to stand on that trap, she falls in the hole, and then she's yours. No human woman can escape a 6 foot deep hole. It's been proven. Mythbusters did an episode.
Yeah? Proven.
Then you could lower her down one McDonald's package a day to keep her alive, and just go down there and bang her. Just give her a nice bucket to clean up. That's it. You're good. Now you got you got a steady fuck, and that's all any of us can ask for.
Yep.
A steady fuck.
Jerry, you lower her down there. A bucket you buy at the liquor store that they sell to kids who dig sandcastles and moats and shit.
Yeah.
And then you go to McDonald's, you get a hot oatmeal.
Right.
Before work.
Right.
And you get a handful of it and throw it at her face.
Throw it at her
You can't even
fucking
finish the
face
joke.
and
You're laughing at your own joke so hard.
You say, better eat that, bitch. I don't need you getting too fat. And then And then you send her down before you bang her. You got to send her down some hand sanitizer and some fucking wipes, some pussy wipes. You know,
I don't want no Corona.
Yeah, a razor for her to shave her pussy, and maybe and then that's about it. I think.
No. I got one more step, Leo.
Okay.
And then Jerry, you go to the World War II Museum. It's right in downtown San Diego. Remember that Sunday you and I went there together?
Yeah.
You go in there. You purchase that M1 Grand they're selling, the one that's still functional, its price tag is $21,000. You put a round in the chamber, you cock that thing, you go back to the hole, and you kill her.
Jesus. Wait, after how long? How many times does he get to bang her?
Yeah, how many times do I get to bang her for?
At least do it for 3-4 months. Then take her out, and then
put her out of her misery.
And then she's already in her own grave.
You
just put the dirt back in, and you're good.
Well, once she's dead, you got about a month still.
You're okay, yeah. You can necrophiliac it up for a while.
Yeah. Jerry,
I'll be okay.
How does this all sound?
Sounds like a solid plan by Danny James, Brian Mullen.
This girl, I spoke to her too. She was so lovely. I think she was
nice.
the only girl who has come independently to a fan meetup.
Yeah.
Whereas most come with a boyfriend.
Yeah, they come with a boyfriend for Scott. Yeah, she's a big Deep fan too. She was details from videos. She loves the channel.
Can we tell the story about the first female fan who came to a fan meetup?
Let's do it.
Jerry, I guess you can hang out and listen to this. You down?
Yeah.
A girl comes with her boyfriend to the fan meetup. I'm not going to specify which one. It was a fan meetup.
Mm-hmm.
We're taking pictures with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend's taking pictures of me, her, and Leo.
Yeah.
I don't remember who hatched the scheme, but I'll give the audience a hint. It was one of the people sitting on this couch. Leo, though, is the one to execute. He starts texting this girl in his Leo way, which is, by the way, not a regular message on Instagram. It's a disappearing text image.
Yeah.
So it's a photograph of a text message
Right.
that vanishes after it's read.
Right.
So it can't be screenshotted and it can't be ammunition for a Me Too effort.
Exactly.
He starts sending a couple of those, and it's being done off my phone. I look at a few of them. She starts responding back, so it just says photo, and that photo thing goes gray. I have no idea what this fiend is saying to this bitch. Then she'll just respond, ha ha ha, you're so bad. Another little photo with the bomb icon. Oh my God, you're such a silly boy. I'm kind of down though. Can you wait 10 minutes? Another photo icon. Oh my God, your penis is so big. He didn't actually send a cock picture. No. I'm exaggerating. But the point is, within about 5 minutes, 6 minutes, this girl's sending me titty pictures, not 24 hours after her and her boyfriend came out to meet us.
Huge fans. The boyfriend was the nicest guy, dude. It was funny, man. I mean, yeah, she was sending tit pictures probably while she was in the car driving home. That's how I believe that's at the time period she was doing that.
So what we're saying, Fan Jerry, is don't abuse our fans because you're not going to be able to do it better than myself or Leo.
Oh my God. Why did I stay for this story? If it was just going to lead to me being attacked again.
Jerry, I'm joking. You can absolutely fuck this girl. She was very nice. I signed something for her and I gave her some life advice. But if you had
said you were going to meet her in the bushes.
She was very nice.
I did sign her autograph. I said Danny Mullen in my beautiful cursive style, and then below that it said P.S. Meet me in those bushes with an arrow.
You ever practice your signature?
Yeah.
Nice.
In junior high, I practiced it all the time.
Nice.
In the event that I got famous. For the event that I got famous.
Yeah, that's right. For the event. Oh man, yeah, Fan Jerry, but you got to go dig that hole. You got to start, so it's going to take you a while, a couple hours.
Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm calling in sick right now. I'm leaving work. I'm going to go dig a hole in Balboa Park.
Sell your crotch
no one will
too.
say anything. Well, in the middle of Balboa Park, I'm just digging a 6-foot deep hole.
Yeah,
I'm sure that'll go over.
It's like in holes.
6x6. Exactly. Sell your crotch rocket. Sell your dog. Sell your bearded dragon because you got to finance that M1 Grand too.
Yeah, the bearded dragon's worth like what, $40?
Bearded dragon. What do you feed that thing?
Cricket.
Tostino's pizza.
Tostino's pizza.
Basil.
That's
Tostino's pizza.
That's not my joke. One of the fans on Fan Jerry's video, because the video I watched when I was on Vicodin with Mia, my girlfriend, was him buying a new venomous snake, and one of the top comments, one of the fans. And there are a lot of really funny fans,
great.
but this is one.
Funny,
his comment rose to the top. It was, Jerry, you better not feed that snake only Tostino's pizza.
The fans are the funniest. Dude, our fans are some of the funniest I've ever seen on YouTube, man.
Whenever
or anything,
I don't see them or interact with them because unfortunately all the assholes have spoiled it for the cool, funny fans, and I don't get to read a lot of the shit they do or say. Yeah. But I'm imagining Fan Jerry getting a hamster, and its feed bottle is just bright ruby red with Mike's Hard Strawberry. That's all it drinks.
He feeds his animal only Mike's Hard and Tostino's pizzas. Any animal that he has in his place. That is fucking classic. Yeah, man, they're hilarious. They're
the spider, the dog, bearded dragon, and snake all
get
only
Tostino's pizza.
Tostino's pizza.
I feel like spiders might actually survive on just about anything. Like, who the fuck knows how their system works?
Yeah, seriously.
Jerry, you had a good time, though, this weekend?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Great time.
That was a lot of fun.
New favorite shoot.
It was a great shoot, man. No.
It was kick-ass, and I'm glad Jerry's having a good time. Yeah. That's something I wanted to emphasize now because I used to get so stressed out on shoots. I know Leo's not surprised by this revelation.
I've seen
last year,
too.
and I remember this time last year, I think was the absolute pinnacle of Danny being stressed before shoots. While we were shooting that movie prank video, the Dick and the Popcorn, while we shot the I Ruined a Church service, I had this imposter syndrome where I felt like my place on YouTube was very precarious. And if I didn't kill myself to go out and get content every week, people were going to forget about me and be like, oh, fuck you. Yeah. I believe now in my own talent and my own work effort. And I know the channel is going absolutely nowhere except straight up top.
That's right, baby.
Straight up top, motherfucker.
That's right, baby.
Yeah. You better let your fingernails grow out a little bit, Austin, so you can cling to the side of my spaceship, too, while we're going there.
I'm pretty sure the fans love a good, relaxed video every now and then, you know?
The video we shot this weekend was in no way relaxed.
No.
But everybody was having a great fucking time.
That's right. That's right.
I found the balance.
That's right.
I know now, through meditation, mandatory time off I take, I found the balance where I can be the best comedian I can possibly be, work the hardest I possibly can on scripts, editing, planning, and then, once we have all those bits in place, we can just go out and have fun. There's not the pressure to go out there and make artificial comedy happen because all the pieces are already in place.
That's right.
And when we were cruising in a goddamn stretch limousine this weekend down Hollywood Boulevard, blasting the Beatles, and I had Fan Jerry and Iggy and Leo to my left and right, that's when I knew we'd fucking made it.
Yeah, baby. We did. It was
oh, yeah, we did.
It's a beautiful moment. I think we're all going to remember.
You liked that, Jerry?
Yeah, it was my first time in a limo.
It was his first time in a limo.
You liked being high with a glass of champagne in your hand, watching all the animals go up and down Hollywood Boulevard? It was like
Hollywood Boulevard, yeah.
It was like we were watching the poor people through the zoo glass.
Oh, shit, that's true.
That's exactly what it was.
And our limo driver couldn't have been better energy, that guy, huh? Great energy.
I guess we can reveal this. The limo driver let Leo lean out the window and verbally abuse a gaggle of softball players. And we asked him, too.
He said, sure. Like, no big deal, man. Like, it wasn't the first time this happened.
You want to role play it?
Yeah, sure.
You're the only one who can do a Spanish accent.
I'll be the limo driver.
Tap, tap, tap. Separator window rolls down.
Yes.
Hi, Arturo?
Yes. Do you need something?
Yeah, you see these middle-aged, unhappy, alcoholic, divorced softball players
yes.
trying to pretend they're still young out there on that diamond?
I see them, yes. It reminds me of my soccer playing days as well, yes.
You're not going to kick us out of the vehicle or charge us some unnecessary fee if I were to put my big furry head out the window and start calling those guys assholes, would you?
You go ahead. It's fine. I can drive.
You can drive?
I can drive.
And if they get in their Porsche or they pile in one of their SUVs and pursue us, you can pull some Jason Statham, can't you?
Let's just say I used to drive for the CIA.
Hey! You out-of-shape piece of shit! Your swing sucks! Hey, guy on first! Lick my asshole! I'm a better baseball player than any of you will ever be!
Oh, that was a good one, sir. Good one. That was a good one.
You're going to get a fat tip, Arturo. I'll tell you what.
Thank you.
Pretty accurate, right, Jerry?
Yeah, very accurate.
You're being
especially
sarcastic.
The divider window.
Yeah, man.
We never used the divider window.
No, we didn't.
I was embellishing.
He was great. We didn't need to. He was part of the crew, man, that day.
I got to check the time because I got a fucking improv class. Oh, we got time. We're hanging out.
Yeah, man.
Sorry. I'm trying to refocus myself here. So, what was your favorite part of the day, Fan Jerry? Let's talk about you now.
What was my favorite part of the day?
Yeah.
Hanging out with Mia at the end of the night.
Oh, motherfucker, dude. Right back to this shit.
Well, I'm going to give her a call right now, and I'm going to tell her right here on the air, Jerry, that you're not allowed to talk to her anymore.
That's right. I was hoping that this would happen, and I'm glad Fan Jerry pushed for it, because now it's needed.
We tried to call my girlfriend and get a 4-way phone call here. It didn't work, so it's going to get cut out of the podcast. Jerry, what was your actual favorite one? I know your name being Fan Jerry, it's predictable, but it seems like you're a fan meetup junkie. Seems like that's where you're in your element.
He loves the fan meetups.
I like it. That's where I'm comfortable.
It's fun, though, right?
But my favorite part, I really liked. I mean, I was a big fan of us just hanging out in the limo, too. And the bit in front of the, I don't know if I want to say specific bits, but in front of the house that we went to, I enjoyed that bit a lot, too.
Nice.
Sitting out there smoking. No one cared about us. We were just doing our thing, you know?
Hey, we went to the Beatles' house that they dropped acid at in Benedict Canyon. Jerry, you say you're most comfortable at fan meetups. What do you mean?
I mean, there's no pressure there for me to be anybody but me because that's who they care about.
Oh, well.
Well, that means there's a lot of pressure. You got to make out with dudes.
Yeah.
You got to get blacked out drunk.
I was already blackout drunk.
Hey, man.
That was blackout
this is
drunk,
great.
but I was drunk.
Mick, can you talk one more time? We're trying to see if we can hear you here.
Did you call me?
Can you hear that, Leo?
Yeah, I can hear that.
Hey, yeah, Mia, we have Fan Jerry on the line on the podcast here on the Leo and Danny show. I want you to tell him right now that all his sexual advances are unwelcome, to block you on Instagram, Twitter, and any other platform the two of you correspond over, and to never think of you ever again.
No.
The conspiracy runs deep.
Holy shit. What's going
Why?
on?
Me and Fanjay are best friends. You can't say that.
Mia, are you sexually
My
interested in
phone's
Fan
on
Jerry?
charge. No.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Well, that's what they all say, Danny. That's what they all say.
Fan Jerry, can you hear this?
Yes, I can.
Can you
Hi,
hear Mia?
Fanjay.
Yes?
Do you have anything you want to say to her right now? How about you two have a little conversation? We won't interrupt.
Mia, I loved you. It was nice seeing you this weekend.
Holy shit.
What did you say?
He says he loves you.
I said I love you. It was nice to see you
I
this
love
weekend.
you too.
Oh, my God. This is...
You guys love each other?
Mm-hmm.
He's my friend.
Further than you've ever gotten with her, Danny.
Yeah, Mia and I don't even tell each other we love each other.
Wait a second.
Jerry, what? This fucking hurts.
Wait,
dude.
now that we have you both on at the same time, is there anything that you guys want to confess?
Every
I have
time we see
nothing
each
to
other
say.
after Danny goes
She
to
has
bed, we
nothing
have
to say.
unprotected sex for hours.
Oh,
Fan
my
Jerry,
God.
Mia just said that the two of you have unprotected sex for hours whenever I go to bed.
What?
Yeah.
Ew, no.
Oh.
Ew, what do you mean by that, Mia? That was
She's
disrespectful to Jerry.
She's overcompensating, I think.
Disrespectful.
She's overcompensating. She really wants you to think that she's not interested
That's
because
unsafe
she
sex,
is.
And I
Oh.
don't want to have sex with Fanjay at all.
Yeah, Danny has to wrap it up,
Friends.
right? You guys, Danny has to use a condom, a little
Yeah.
the raincoat,
Mia, remember the first time we had sex?
No.
the old raincoat, huh? You wear
It was
wear one
just-
of those?
A raincoat?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The first time you with her and I had sex?
Yeah.
You would have thought we were some S&M people. There was so much latex flying around, dude. No, absolutely not. We didn't have sex the first time with a condom, so I don't know. Your safe sex argument, me, is not holding up here.
I'm not gonna cheat on you with Fanjay, is what I'm saying.
Oh.
What about with producer Austin?
No, not him.
Would you if he wasn't on 100 milligrams of edibles last weekend?
Possibly. Would have thought about it.
Oh, jeez.
I'm going to fire everybody.
You're fucking fired.
Yeah. All right, Mimi. I don't know.
Danny, this is why we didn't want you to get a girlfriend.
What?
Did you not? Fan Jerry, was that something you really wished?
No, but you used to talk about it. Like, before we met Mia, you said, I'm not going to have a girlfriend because I think it'll interfere with my work.
I don't think
And we all agree.
Mia's not Yoko Ono. She's not trying to take down the.
She is a quarter Asian.
No,
She is.
she's
It's
ruining
dangerous.
the crew.
I mean,
she's breaking us apart.
as she grows, she could become Yoko Ono. It's true.
Jerry, that's you who's taking apart the crew. with your sexual
Oh, yeah, I
advances,
forgot.
okay? It's not her. And you've shared now over the airwaves your intents to kill this fan
Oh God, yeah.
when she comes over today for your date.
Yeah, I'm gonna murder her.
Okay, Jerry has a date.
He doesn't have a
he
date.
My
has a
favorite
date.
pastime.
Ew.
A girl who came to the fan meetup is going to meet Jerry, and the two of them are going to play Pokemon Go today.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Mia,
does.
do you have any advice for Jerry on this first date? What won you over when you and I had our first date? Oh, wait, I know what this will be. Have a handful of Vicodin and get her really drunk.
Oh God.
That's the thing that worked out for me,
Funny.
but true.
I have a lot of that
My
stuff
phone's
lying
at
around.
6%, by the way, so I might die.
Give Jerry a little advice before you sign off.
Fan Jerry, I think you should just be hygienic and be yourself. Don't play Pokemon Go for too long, and make sure that she doesn't leave without you having sex
Oh.
With or without her
Thanks for
consent.
the advice,
Yes.
Mia.
with her consent and a condom.
And a condom.
Ooh,
Condom
last
and
part,
consent
though.
are negotiable.
She started with she opened with a hygienic thing. She might,
Yeah.
I like that. It's probably because of his dipping. I think that's what gives that unhygienic vibe.
The girl that showed up at the fan meetup, it looks like she might be
Dip
turned on
herself.
by
Oh.
dipping. I don't think that's
Yeah.
going to fuck it up. All right, Mia, that was sound advice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll talk to you soon, baby.
Okay.
thanks, Mia.
Me and Jerry were dipping last night together.
Dude, it gives you a gnarly buzz when you're
Last
when you're
night or
not
2
used
nights
to-
ago?
The day before when we were here.
It'll give you a buzz if you're not used to it. You did a video. That video is funny. Dipping, making girls dip. Dude.
Yeah.
That was
That
a
video
funny
was great.
video.
It's
That is
got
a
a-
really funny
That
video.
was a good video.
It's got a lot of views. That chick was hot I made out with, too.
Some of my stunt buddies watched that one.
Yeah, she
Surprised
was.
me.
The one from
Jerry,
Turkey.
I think Jerry's the only one who really knows what she actually looked like because she filed a privacy complaint and I had to blur her. Yeah, she's from Turkey.
She's hot.
A bodybuilder chick from Turkey.
Yeah, I
She was like
remember her.
19. She was super
Yeah,
hot.
hot as hell.
Wow.
Jerry, what are you actually going to do? Forget the hole, forget the jokes. What are you going to pull when this girl comes to meet you at the hitching post?
You got a
I don't
couple.
know. I don't know if she's actually even going to come. I haven't talked to her. in
You have a
few
couple of
hours.
master ladies men on the couch right now. Take advantage of this time. Ask us questions. We can help.
I'm not totally useless when it comes
I
to that.
know
so
you.
I'll
You
be
have a
okay.
child, for God's
The
sake.
last thing I need is advice from you guys.
Oh wow!
Is that the last thing you need?
Why would you say such a
Yeah.
thing? Why would you say such a thing?
Because I don't think that you're always looking out for my best interest. I think you're looking out
That's-
for comedy.
Listen,
Which-
The whole thing was
Definitely not
perfectly
in my
sound
best
advice.
interest.
it was.
Wait. How is comedy not in your best interest?
For getting laid,
Yeah, for getting laid.
you guys doing good in comedy will not help me.
But if
get laid.
you're funny too, that's going to help you
That's
get
gonna
laid,
help
right?
you. Listen, I want you
Yeah,
to
but I
put,
don't need you guys to be funny. I'm funny on my own.
you put this
Look
girl
at
on
me.
your story. You
I'm
tag
Jerry.
Confidence.
You tag this girl on your story. There's way less of a chance she's going to meet to you if you do that tonight. All right, get deep. Have fun.
Tag her
with
on my story.
Yeah, tag her on your story. Have a few drinks, not too many, just to get a little, under the influence, but not
It's a
too.
Monday, I'm not
but
drinking
don't get
anything.
sloppy. Yeah, you are. You're gonna have a couple Mike's Hards because they're gonna get her nice and horny. So you need them. Not enough to get fucking hammered out of your mind, though. Just enough to get.
Not
a little
enough to
tipsy.
not find Evie.
Right, exactly.
You got to find Evie, Jerry. You got to
Right.
be able to walk in a straight line.
Then you get into your sob story, which you have a lot of sob stories, so you can get into any one of them. And then when she thinks you're very vulnerable, and there's this famous guy on the internet that's vulnerable with a nice, cute dog, you make your move. You kiss her romantically, and but before this, give her a compliment at some point to let her know that you think she's attractive.
Mm-hmm.
And then once that happens,
Thanks, buddy.
the rest will make do. If I were
Fall
you,
into
I would
place.
have sex with her doggy style because it's a lot less intimate on the first time, and that's the only way I do it in hookups.
Can I suggest something, Leo?
Yeah.
Jerry, here's what you're going to do. You're going to get an old spent paper towel roll out of your recycling bin. You're going to stick it up her pussy. You're going to put your tarantula in the tube.
Oh my god, dude.
Then you're going to put a balled up piece of newspaper
Oh,
in your
dude.
end of the tube and light it on fire.
Oh, that is nuts, man. That's gonna be on the news, man. Danny Mullen crew member
You
puts
gotta-
tarantula up girl's vagina.
It's like reverse fox hunting where they light a fire in the hole. You're smoking the tarantula into her pussy.
Oh my god, that's maybe the most fucked up thing I've ever heard, man.
Do you think that's a good idea for the date, Jerry?
Yeah, that's the way I'm going to go with it now. Now it has to happen.
What's your tarantula's name?
Aragog.
Fred.
What is it?
Fred.
Rename him to
Fred?
Aragog.
Yeah, come on.
I wasn't that big of a fan of Harry Potter.
Why is it fucking Fred? That sucks.
No, Aragon was
Aragog.
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 Is the, oh yeah.
He
Harry
wouldn't
Potter.
hurt a baby. Yeah, it's Hagrid's little baby spider that gets up.
Oh yeah. What was the spider in Lord of the Rings named? The one that,
Shelob.
Yeah, Shelob is good. You should name it Shelob.
See, I'm a nerd too, Austin, but I'm a healthy level of nerd.
I think
okay.
our
I watched.
generation's big on Lord of the Rings though.
Yeah, I watched the trilogy 6 or 7 times,
Yeah,
and then I
at least.
moved on. Okay.
Dude,
My
I'd
balls
still watch
dropped.
it.
I got laid. I started lifting weights.
Dude, it's still cool though. Come on, man.
Yeah, I like it. My roommate Noah just watched them again for the first time in a long time.
Dude, you
he said
can-
thast they're even better as an adult.
Dude, as an adult, they are better. I can attest to that. Last year, I watched all 3 of them.
I haven't rewatched them.
You could do a
so I
marathon
need
of
to.
that. Do that on your date. Watch 6.5 hours of Lord of the Rings on your date tonight.
Because who can't relate to
Okay.
some of the more hidden themes? For example, the
Right.
speech between Frodo and Gandalf. I wish the ring had never come to me. I wish I didn't have to bear these responsibilities. So do all who live to see such times. But that is not for us to decide.
right.
I feel like sometimes I'm the ring bearer.
Yeah.
There's so much stress and so much gnar associated with being a YouTuber
Yeah.
that I wish that I was just one of the oblivious hobbits getting drunk in Hobbiton
That'd be
and not
great.
Frodo Baggins.
But he has this responsibility, and it's not up to him.
But I got the ring.
Yeah.
And in my fellowship are people like heroin addict Austin, meathead Leo, and philandering girlfriend fucker Jerry.
Yeah. Who would Jerry be? Jerry's definitely has to be the dwarf, right? The hairy little bastard. You're.
Hey,
Or who are you?
I'm Frodo.
You're Frodo.
And you're Samwise
I'm
Gamgee. We already established
Yeah, we
that.
did. I did. I am Samwise Gamgee. I'll take you to the. Well,
Jerry, who do
make
you
it
wanna
there.
be?
Who do you want to be in?
Gandalf.
Legolas.
Why do you get to be Gandalf, Jerry? That's absurd.
You shall not pass. Who is Gandalf Brooks?
Yeah, because he's
Gandalf.
gay in real life.
He's gay in real life,
Ian
yeah.
McKellen, or
Yeah, yeah.
Ian McKellen, whatever his name is.
Gay in real life. Legolas is obviously our boy over here. Austin's Legolas.
True. I guess you can be Aragorn, Leo.
Oh, nice.
Jerry,
Okay.
who are you going to be?
No, I want to be Samwise.
I want to be. I want to be the tower. I have. What's this fuck?
You can't be Sauron.
What the fuck?
You have been
Why not?
saying a lot of evil shit this podcast, but you're not that evil.
You can't. Why would you be that guy? He's pure darkness.
What the fuck is beeping like? It's about to explode. Oh.
Probably the Tostino's
Okay.
pizza you got unattended in the oven.
I might go
well,
get some
I'm
Tostinos.
working, so probably not.
I know you have an oven at work.
I have multiple.
There you go.
Some Tostinos, dude.
Tostino's pizza. I like that one of the fans.
I hope we get so big that he gets a Tostinos ad on his channel. That would be the best thing ever.
Jerry, what if you got a brand?
Mike's Hard
Yeah,
sponsorship.
exactly. What if you got an endorsement from Mike's Hard? Would you like that?
Fuck yeah, I would.
But what if they sent you case by case every day of the week? It would be a problem.
I would give them. I would give them out to people.
You would descend into alcoholism.
No, I wouldn't.
Are you sure you got that kind of self-control?
Yeah. I have booze in my house right now. I don't drink.
You drink here at my house. And by the way, I gave you a towel to shower
Socially.
with. I gave him a towel to shower with.
What did he do?
And I come in the next morning and it's just in a heap on the floor.
Oh, come on.
It would have killed
I
you.
most definitely
He
did
does-
not put it in a heap on the floor.
It was on it. I will call Mia again. It was in a heap on the floor.
Jesus. Did you
Yeah.
jerk off in the shower?
How
Be
do I know
honest.
somebody else didn't accidentally knock it up, down onto the floor?
Fan Jerry, did you jerk off in the shower?
Absolutely. I came and said Denny's shampoo bottle.
Oh my God, he
It
would do something.
felt
like,
a
he
little
would do something
more
like
viscous
that.
than
yeah.
usual, but it's okay. Jerry, I actually did find that towel on the floor, and I was most upset.
Why would you do that, man? That's so.
Well, I didn't intend to do that if I did do it. I was incredibly intoxicated. You shouldn't have expected anything more.
That's true. He was very drunk.
He was.
He
extremely
did
drunk.
knock out his Ringo Starr vocals, though, and
He did.
he called me fat.
What?
Yeah,
Fan Jerry, why would you
I
do
called you
that?
fat?
yeah, he called me fat at one point.
Why would you
No,
do
I
that, Fan
remember.
Jerry?
You know I'm very sensitive about my body. He said I'm getting fat, which is of course
What?
absurd.
He's not getting fat at all. He's very lean. Why would you say that?
I did not intend to say that. If I did, I apologize.
Does your urine ever get the same color as your Mike's Hard Lemonade at some point? If you
No.
Oh, okay, just curious.
Jerry, all I'm saying is cool it with the body shaming. Find a better
Coming
first
from
date
you?
idea.
Coming from you.
And
Coming from you.
quit pursuing
Tell
my
me
girlfriend.
to do that one more time.
No, stop
Cool
it.
it on the body shame. Who have I body shamed? Oh, I did get him a personal trainer in front of hundreds of thousands of people twice.
Yeah, twice.
And I did.
But fun,
Yes.
Jetty.
Twice.
Listen, I don't mind the idea, this Pokemon Go idea, but is it a go? Did she say yes already?
No, not yet.
Okay, well, it's a
few
quarantine.
hours.
It's
That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, look, it's a tough time in America, so I would offer her at least, some gas money for her to come over to your place because she lives in, I believe, an hour away from you, right?
You gonna give me gas money, Leo?
Jerry's famous. He don't need to pay for shit.
Well, I would. She seems like a nice.
Yeah,
girl.
I need a girl to treat me like a king. Leo.
All right, fine. I mean, that is the way to get them to eventually treat you like a king. You give them a little bit. You give the peasants some coins, and then
No, I'm going all in. I just want them to figure it out from the beginning.
Okay.
Jerry, are you actually trying to fuck this girl tonight? If it came up, would you do it?
Probably. But I'm not
Probably.
trying.
Of course
to.
he
That's
is.
not what I'm trying to do.
That's good. I like that approach. You're not trying, but you are kind of expecting it because you are famous. So
You wouldn't wear a condom, though, would you?
so like
Sorry?
that.
Everything outside is calibrated. It's on the
I don't know if everything outside has been calibrated because we just got a bunch of stuff.
So what if it hasn't, jerk?
Hey, suck a fucking cock.
Yes.
Dude,
Only
we
I
should
can
have
hear
asked
you
him to
guys,
put us
so.
on speaker and then promise it wasn't going to be anything bad.
Jerry,
I'm
and
not
then-
dumb.
Jerry, fucking take us over. I want to go talk to that guy.
Wait, put us on speakerphone.
Absolutely not.
Come on. Why wouldn't you do? Come
What do you
on.
have to lose, Jerry?
Yeah, what do you have
My
to lose?
job.
Who cares about that?
Come on. You can monetize your channel.
Okay,
You're
just,
fine.
if you need anything else, just let us know.
Shove it, douchebag.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, buddy. Don't boss around, my buddy.
Yeah, you got him.
Jerry, what if we filmed a video in your place of employment one day?
Oh God, that'd be great.
I mean, I wouldn't let you, so.
Why? What could go
Why?
wrong?
Because I'll lose my job. The day I quit, maybe.
That would be somebody needs to infiltrate some kind of business. Austin, would you get a job at fucking Taco Bell already? We've been talking about it forever. Somebody needs to get a job there. I'm
That
thinking
was
about doing it
Nico.
myself. Should I
Yeah,
do
Nico, Mr. Almost.
it? Yeah, Mr. Almost. Should I do it? Fuck it. I'll
Yeah.
get a job there next week.
You're unemployed.
I am unemployed. I should do it.
We could film the interview. You should put that you got Me Too'd on your resume to spark a conversation about that.
Lightly Me Too. What does lightly mean? Well, it's just dick pics. It wasn't anything. There was no assault of any kind.
You should put that like the second bullet point on the top of your resume as if it's an asset. I would love to hear a pimply 22-year-old stumble with that part of your resume.
Oh my God! What could I just strap a GoPro on the shirt?
Wear my
I mean,
spy glasses.
The spy glasses.
And hopefully they would conduct the interview in one of the booths at the Taco Bell. I think that's how they do it.
Yeah.
And we could film with a long lens camera from outside the building.
Oh my God!
You gotta
that'd
have a
be
chick
incredible.
recognize you as like the asshole that sent a dick pic like during.
I have
Yeah,
fake
please,
mace.
please.
She can run up and hose you down with fake mace.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. That happens on occasion, but that's not a problem.
All right, guys. I got to prepare for a little class I got coming up.
Yes,
But,
indeed. How is the improv on the computer screen?
I hated it at first, but if you focus, it's still
Fun.
valuable.
Nice.
It's still performing in front of people.
Is there any way you could run some of the exercises with like people like your buddies, or like it would have to be like I've been in improv class. I could be in the class. What if we have an improv class with all these fuckers?
an improv class with everybody in the Danny Mullen crew?
Yeah. Well, it would help everybody, but no. I mean, I don't know. I probably could find some actors that have taken many levels of improv to do that if you ever wanted to.
I'd rather just pay to have it all organized for me.
Yeah.
Which time do you think I have, Leo?
Well,
Not everybody has time to
I need an improv
play
class
20
now.
hours of StarCraft and go play Pokemon Go with a fan of the channel.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
We'll sign off here. Jerry, do you have any last words?
No.
Good luck on your
Thanks for
date
the weekend,
tonight.
buddy. It was good.
Good
Thanks,
luck
man.
on your date.
I had a good
tonight.
time, too. Thank you for killing it this weekend.
It was great. Yeah. And good luck on your
Hell yeah.
date. And good luck on your date, and send me
I
some
appreciate
details, please.
Remember,
Send you some what?
Please group text me and Danny tonight if you have sex with her.
and send us a picture with your shovel down, nose down into the bottom of the hole, and also across the hole in all directions.
And show us the rope and bucket that you're using to lower down, supplies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll be a lot like the Silence of the Lamb, but that's okay.
Nice.
Okay. Awesome.
All right, brother.
All right, Buffalo Bill.
All right,
Later,
peace out,
man.
guys.
Peace.